While Snow White's evil queen might have been asking about fairy tale beauties, today we're turning our gaze to the real-world enchantresses who've graced the Miss USA stage. Since 1952, this prestigious pageant has showcased the pinnacle of American beauty, poise, and intellect. From the sun-kissed shores of California to the bustling streets of New York, these women have represented the diverse tapestry of our nation, each bringing their unique charm and beguiling charisma to the competition. Over the decades, Miss USA winners have not only dazzled with their physical beauty, but have also impressed with their accomplishments, advocacy, and ambition. They've gone on to become actors, entrepreneurs, philanthropists, and role models, proving that their crowning moment was just the beginning of their journey to make a difference in the world. Join us as we set out on a bewitching journey through time, counting down the most breathtaking Miss USA winners of all time. We'll explore their triumphs, their challenges, and the lasting impact they've had on American culture. From groundbreaking firsts to unforgettable moments, this countdown culminates in a #1 pick that epitomizes the very essence of Miss USA, a woman whose beauty, both inside and out, continues to leave audiences utterly spellbound. 20. Amanda Jones, 1973.
Miss Illinois.
Amanda Jones, Evanston, home of the Women's Christian Temperance Union.
Amanda Jones, representing Illinois, captured the Miss USA crown in 1973, bringing a unique perspective and attitude to the role that set her apart from her predecessors. Jones's path to the title was unconventional from the start. She only entered the Miss Illinois USA pageant at the insistence of her modeling agent and was initially reluctant to compete in Miss USA. Once crowned, Jones approached her responsibilities on her own terms. Unlike many previous title holders, she was an outspoken supporter of women's liberation and had participated in peace rallies. She wasn't afraid to voice her opinions on controversial topics, declaring herself pro-choice on abortion and against the Vietnam War. Jones's reign was marked by her willingness to challenge expectations. In one notable incident, she gave a speech at a National Management Association event where she bluntly stated, "The reason we have an energy crisis is because we are, industrially and personally, pigs," much to the displeasure of industry executives present. Her unconventional approach extended to the end of her reign. As she passed on her crown, Jones made a gesture from the movie The Sting, rubbing her nose to indicate the con is on, directly into the camera, a subtle act of defiance against pageant norms. Jones went on to place his first runner-up in the Miss Universe 1973 pageant. Her tenure as Miss USA showed off how the role could be used as a platform for expressing personal beliefs and challenging societal norms, paving the way for future contestants to bring their authentic selves to the competition. 19. Gretchen Polhemus, 1989.
Gretchen Polhemus, I'm a cattle broker and real estate investor from Fort Worth, Texas.
Gretchen Lynn Polhemus Jensen seized the Miss USA crown in 1989, representing Texas. Her victory marked the last of an unprecedented 5 consecutive wins for the Lone Star State during the 1980s, cementing Texas's reputation as a pageant powerhouse. Before entering the pageant world, Polhemus worked as a cattle broker and realtor in Texas, bringing a unique background to the competition. Her journey to the national title wasn't without challenges. She had competed in the Miss Texas USA pageant twice before winning, placing as second runner-up in 1987 and winning the state title in 1988. At the Miss Universe 1989 pageant, Polhemus continued to impress, placing 5th in the semi-final interview, 4th in swimsuit, and 8th in evening gown. She advanced to the top 5 and ultimately finished as second runner-up to Angela Visser of the Netherlands. Following her reign, Polhemus leveraged her pageant success into a diverse career in entertainment and journalism. She appeared in the 1993 TV movie Bonanza: The Return and worked as a sports correspondent for ESPN. She also gained experience as a news correspondent for a CBS affiliate. Polhemus's pageant legacy extended to the next generation when her daughter Bailey was crowned Miss Utah USA 2017. Polhemus herself returned to the Miss USA stage as a judge in 2003, bringing her experience full circle. Her post-pageant life has included co-hosting Good Things Utah on KTVX TV, highlighting her versatility as a television personality. Polhemus's journey from cattle broker to Miss USA to multifaceted media professional illustrates the diverse paths and opportunities that can stem from pageant success. 18. Landry, 1996.
Next is Miss USA.
Allie is a 22-year-old broadcasting major and is from Loughery, Louisiana.
Landry, Miss Louisiana, took home the ever-coveted Miss USA crown in 1996. Known for her striking beauty and athletic background, Landry brought a fresh energy to the pageant. She went on to place in the top 6 at Miss Universe, further cementing her status as a world-class beauty. After her reign, Landry capitalized on her newfound fame, launching a successful career in modeling and acting. She became widely recognized as the Doritos Girl after her popular 1998 Super Bowl commercial, which showcased her charm and approachability. Landry's post-pageant career has included roles in television shows and films, as well as hosting duties for various programs. Her enduring presence in the entertainment industry demonstrates how Miss USA can be a stepping stone to a long-lasting career in the public eye. 17. Nia Sanchez, 2014.
And Miss USA 2014 is Nevada!
Nia Sanchez, representing Nevada, made history in 2014 as the first contestant from her state to win Miss USA. A 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo, Sanchez brought a unique blend of beauty and strength to the competition. During her reign, Sanchez used her platform to advocate for women's self-defense and empowerment. Her background in martial arts allowed her to speak authoritatively on the subject, and she conducted self-defense workshops across the country. Sanchez went on to place as the first runner-up in Miss Universe 2014, one of the highest placements for a Miss USA in years. Her success highlighted the evolving image of beauty queens as strong, athletic, and capable women, challenging traditional stereotypes associated with pageant contestants. 16. Kára McCullough, 2017. Kára McCullough, representing the District of Columbia, won the Miss USA title in 2017. As a scientist working for the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, McCullough brought a unique perspective to the pageant world, emphasizing the importance of STEM education for young women. During the competition, McCullough made headlines with her responses during the Q&A portion, particularly her views on healthcare and feminism. While controversial at the time, her willingness to express complex opinions on challenging topics showcased the intellectual depth expected of modern pageant contestants. McCullough used her reign to promote her personal initiative, Science Exploration for Kids, SE4K, which aims to boost interest in STEM fields among youth. Her victory and subsequent advocacy work highlighted the diverse backgrounds and interests of Miss USA winners, proving that beauty and brains are not mutually exclusive. 15. Jackie Loughery, 1952.
The lovely lady next to me is the very first Miss USA, Jackie Loughery, who won the title in 1952 as Miss New York State. Now, has the pageant changed much since you became Miss USA?
Oh, yes, June, considerably. Of course, back then we only had 48 states, and we didn't have the facilities that the pageant offers the girls now. By that I mean we didn't have state costumes, and the gowns certainly was not as lavish as they are today.
Jackie Loughery holds a special place in Miss USA history as the very first winner of the pageant in 1952. Representing New York, Loughery was crowned in Long Beach, California, marking the beginning of what would become one of America's most prestigious beauty competitions. Her victory came after a unique circumstance. A tie in the initial voting required a second round to determine the winner. Loughery's win set the standard for future Miss USA title holders. At a time when beauty pageants were gaining popularity and television was becoming a dominant medium, Loughery helped establish the image of the American beauty queen. Her reign coincided with the post-World War II era, a time of optimism and changing social norms in the United States. Following her Miss USA victory, Loughery leveraged her title into a successful acting career. She appeared in various TV shows throughout the 50s and 60s, including The Bob Cummings Show and Perry Mason. Loughery's transition from beauty queen to actress paved the way for future Miss USA winners to pursue careers in entertainment, establishing a pattern that would be followed by many of her successors. 14. Sylvia Hitchcock, 1967.
Miss Alabama.
Miss Alabama is Sylvia Hitchcock. Listen to that applause. She's from Tuscaloosa. She has light brown hair and dark brown eyes. She's 5 feet 7.5 inches tall and weighs 125 pounds.
Sylvia Hitchcock's victory in the 1967 Miss USA pageant was notable not just for her national title, but for her subsequent win at Miss Universe, making her the fourth American to achieve this prestigious double crown. Representing Alabama, Hitchcock's classic beauty and graceful demeanor captivated judges and audiences alike. Hitchcock's reign came during a tumultuous time in American history, with the country deeply divided over the Vietnam War and in the midst of significant social changes. Her victory provided a moment of national pride and unity, showcasing American beauty on the world stage at a time when positive international attention was particularly welcome. After her reign, Hitchcock remained involved in the pageant world, returning to judge the Miss Universe pageant in 1972. Her enduring connection to the pageant system highlighted the lasting impact that a Miss USA, Miss Universe title could have on a woman's life and career. Hitchcock's legacy in the pageant world continued for decades, and she remained a respected figure in the Miss USA community until her passing in 2015. 13. Summer Bartholomew, 1975.
When I get back home, I'm going to tell them the most fun was all of the dancing that we have done. It has been great.
All right, thank you, Miss USA.
Summer Bartholomew's crowning as Miss USA in 1975 marked the beginning of a diverse career in the entertainment industry. Representing California, Bartholomew clinched the national title with her striking looks and poised demeanor. She went on to place as second runner-up in the Miss Universe pageant, further solidifying her status in the pageant world. What set Bartholomew apart was her successful transition into television hosting after her reign. She became a familiar face to millions of Americans as one of the hostesses on the popular game show Sale of the Century from 1984 to 1989. Bartholomew's warm personality and quick wit made her a natural fit for television, and she briefly appeared on Wheel of Fortune as well. Bartholomew's career trajectory highlighted the potential for Miss USA winners to leverage their titles into long-term media careers. Her success in game show hosting opened doors for other pageant winners to consider similar paths, demonstrating that the skills honed in pageant competition, poise, quick thinking, and public speaking could translate well to other areas of entertainment. 12. Shawn Weatherly, 1980.
Ladies and gentlemen, how do you like Miss South Carolina?
Shawn Weatherly's victory in the 1980 Miss USA pageant was just the beginning of a remarkable year for the South Carolina native. Not only did she capture the national title, but she went on to win Miss Universe as well, becoming the fifth American to achieve this prestigious double win. Weatherly's reign came at a time when the Miss USA and Miss Universe pageants were at the height of their popularity, with millions of viewers tuning in to watch the competitions. Her victories helped to maintain America's prominence on the international pageant stage and showcased the country's ideals of beauty and poise to a global audience. Following her reign, Weatherly successfully transitioned into acting, most notably landing a role as Jill Riley in the hugely popular TV series Baywatch. She also appeared in the comedy film Police Academy 3: Back in Training. Weatherly's post-pageant career in entertainment demonstrated the opportunities that could open up for Miss USA winners, paving the way for future contestants to see the title as a potential launching pad for careers in Hollywood. 11. Laura Harring, 1985.
We found the skipper on the bridge, on the console, and on the phone. She's Miss USA Loughery Harring.
Laura Harring's victory in 1985 was notable not just for her reign as Miss USA, but for the successful acting career that followed. Born in Mexico and raised in Texas, Harring brought a multicultural perspective to the pageant. Her win highlighted the diversity of American beauty and set the stage for her future success in Hollywood. After her reign, Harring pursued acting with determination. She achieved critical acclaim for her role in David Lynch's surrealist thriller Mulholland Drive, 2001, where she played the mysterious amnesiac Rita. This performance earned her widespread recognition and established her as a serious actress beyond her pageant background. Harring's career has included roles in various films and television shows, showcasing her adaptability as an actress. Her journey from Miss USA to respected Hollywood actress demonstrates the potential for pageant winners to leverage their titles into successful careers in entertainment. Harring's success has helped to challenge stereotypes about beauty pageant contestants, proving that they can be talented, versatile performers in their own right. 10. Carole Gist, 1990.
As a student at Northwood Institute, someday I hope to make you feel at home and happy when you check into my hotel and rent a car from me. I'm Carole Ann Marie Gist.
Carole Gist made history in 1990 when she became the first African-American woman to win the Miss USA crown. Her victory was a watershed moment for the pageant, breaking a color barrier that had stood for nearly 4 decades since the competition's inception in 1952. Gist's win came at a time when discussions about diversity and representation in beauty pageants were gaining momentum. Her crowning was seen as a significant step forward in recognizing the beauty and talents of Black women on a national stage. Gist went on to compete in the Miss Universe pageant, where she placed first runner-up, further cementing her place in pageant history. During her reign, Gist used her platform to advocate for education and to inspire young women of color. Her victory paved the way for future African-American contestants and winners, changing the face of the Miss USA pageant for years to come. Gist's legacy continues to be celebrated as a pivotal moment in the pageant's history and in the broader context of African-American representation in American popular culture. 9. Kenya Moore, 1993.
Our first runner-up will become Miss USA. Ladies, good luck to both of you. The first runner-up is Miss Georgia. Miss Michigan, Kenya Summer Moore is Miss USA.
Kenya Moore's victory in 1993 was a significant moment for African-American representation in the Miss USA pageant. As only the second Black woman to win the title, Moore's crowning highlighted the changing face of American beauty standards and the increasing diversity in pageants. Moore's reign was marked by her intelligence and ambition. She used her platform to advocate for various causes, including education and AIDS awareness. Her victory opened doors for her in the entertainment industry, leading to roles in television shows and films. However, it was Moore's post-pageant career that truly catapulted her to widespread fame. She became a prominent cast member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, where her strong personality and memorable catchphrases made her a fan favorite. Moore's journey from beauty queen to reality TV star showcases the enduring impact that a Miss USA title can have on a woman's career, even decades after her reign. 8. Brook Lee, 1997.
Miss Universe has recently been the subject of a lot of press attention about her weight. If this happened to you, how would you handle it?
I think I would take a good hard look at myself, and I'd look from the inside out, and I'd know that I was the same girl that was crowned that day, and it really didn't matter what I looked like on the outside because I won for what I was in here.
Brook Lee's victory in 1997 was notable for several reasons. Not only did she win Miss USA, but she went on to capture the Miss Universe crown as well, becoming the first native Hawaiian to do so. At the time of her Miss Universe win, Lee was 26 years and 128 days old, making her the oldest Miss Universe in history at that point. Lee's ethnic background as a woman of Chinese, Korean, and Hawaiian descent showcased the multicultural face of America on an international stage. Her intelligence and quick wit were on full display during the Miss Universe competition, where she famously answered a question about whether she would change her body if she could be born again. Lee responded, "I like myself the way I am," a statement that resonated with many and highlighted her confidence and self-acceptance. After her reign, Lee continued to be involved in entertainment, hosting shows and making appearances on television. She has also been an advocate for her home state of Hawaii and for environmental causes. Lee's victory and subsequent career demonstrated the evolving standards of beauty in pageants and the increasing emphasis on intelligence and personality alongside physical appearance. 7. Shanna Moakler, 1995.
Miss New York.
For me, there's no feeling in the world like being in front of a camera or a live audience. For me, it's just the best.
Shanna Moakler's path to the Miss USA crown was unconventional. Originally the first runner-up in the 1995 pageant, Moakler assumed the title when the original winner, Chelsea Smith, won Miss Universe. This turn of events launched Moakler into the spotlight and set the stage for a diverse career in entertainment. Following her reign, Moakler successfully transitioned into acting and reality television. She appeared in films such as The Wedding Singer and TV shows like Pacific Blue. Her personal life also became a subject of public interest, particularly her relationships with high-profile celebrities, including boxer Oscar de la Hoya and musician Travis Barker. Moakler's post-pageant career has been marked by her appearances on reality TV shows, including Meet the Barkers with then-husband Travis Barker and Dancing with the Stars. She has also been involved in the pageant world as a director for Miss Nevada USA. Moakler's journey from beauty queen to reality TV star and pageant director illustrates the diverse paths that Miss USA winners can take in their careers. 6. Tara Conner, 2006.
I remember that news conference with Donald Trump. Did you know then you were addicted to alcohol?
No, I was in complete denial during the news conference.
Right.
I was in complete denial probably about a week and a half into rehab, and then that's when I figured it out. I was like, this person over here is crazy, and I'm just like them.
Tara Conner's reign as Miss USA in 2006 became one of the most controversial in the pageant's history. Just months after her coronation, reports surfaced of underage drinking, drug use, and inappropriate behavior. The scandal threatened to cost Conner her crown and sparked a media frenzy. In a highly publicized press conference, then pageant owner Donald Trump announced that Conner would be allowed to keep her title on the condition that she enter rehab. This decision was met with mixed reactions, with some praising the second chance given to Conner, while others criticized it as setting a poor example. Conner's journey through rehab and recovery became a significant part of her reign and post-pageant life. She has since become an advocate for addiction awareness and recovery, using her experiences to help others struggling with substance abuse. Her story highlights the pressures faced by young women in the public eye and the potential for redemption and personal growth in the face of daunting adversity. 5. Rima Fakih, 2010.
While traveling in Rwanda, USA went on a mission to see some gorillas. After trekking through the forest for a while, she witnessed a silverback while it was eating. She doesn't monkey around.
Rima Fakih's crowning as Miss USA in 2010 was a groundbreaking moment, as she became the first Arab American, first Lebanese American, and first Muslim to win the title. Her victory came at a time of heightened tensions and discussions about Islam in America, making her win particularly significant in terms of representation and breaking stereotypes. Born in Lebanon and raised in New York before moving to Michigan, Fakih's multicultural background brought a fresh perspective to the pageant. Her victory was celebrated by many as a sign of America's diversity and inclusivity, though it also sparked some controversy and unfounded rumors about her background. During her reign, Fakih used her platform to promote cultural understanding and to challenge misconceptions about Arab and Muslim Americans. She became a role model for many young women from similar backgrounds, showing that they too could aspire to traditionally American icons of beauty and success. After her reign, Fakih continued to be involved in pageantry, becoming the national director of Miss Universe Lebanon in 2018. 4. Deshauna Barber, 2016.
USA made history as the first delegate from her country crowned while actively serving in the military. She played the clarinet through high school and enjoys watching movies in her spare time.
Deshauna Barber broke new ground when she was crowned Miss USA in 2016, becoming the first active military member to win the title. Barber had joined the Army at 17 and was serving as a logistics commander at the time of her victory. Her military background brought a unique perspective to the pageant and challenged stereotypes about both beauty queens and servicewomen. During the competition, Barber's response to a question about women in combat roles garnered significant attention. She stated, "As a woman in the United States Army, I think it was an amazing job by our government to allow women to integrate into every branch of the military." She went on to emphasize that gender does not limit us in the United States, showcasing her dedication to both her military service and gender equality. Barber used her platform as Miss USA to advocate for veterans' issues and to support military families. She also spoke openly about her mother's battle with lung cancer, which she lost shortly after Barber's crowning. Her reign highlighted the diverse backgrounds and experiences of American women, proving that beauty queens can be strong, intelligent, and dedicated to serving their country in multiple ways. 3. Rima Gabriel, 2022.
Arbany is the CEO of her own eco-friendly clothing brand. In her spare time, this 28-year-old teaches sewing at non-profit design house, offering a safe environment for victims of human trafficking and domestic violence. USA.
Rima Gabriel made history as the first Filipino-American to win the Miss USA crown in 2022. Her victory was not without controversy, as some contestants claimed the pageant had been rigged in her favor. However, Gabriel silenced her critics when she went on to win Miss Universe 2022, becoming the first American to take the prestigious international title in a decade. Gabriel's path to the crown was unique. As a fashion designer with a degree in fashion design from the University of North Texas, she brought a fresh perspective to the pageant world. Her commitment to sustainability and fashion was evident in her national costume at Miss Universe, which featured a walking work of art inspired by NASA and incorporating recycled materials. During her reign, Gabriel used her platform to advocate for sustainability in the fashion industry and to empower women through sewing and design. Her victory at both Miss USA and Miss Universe highlighted the changing face of American beauty pageants, showcasing the diversity and talent of Asian American women in the competition. 2. Cheslie Kryst, 2019.
Miss USA 2019 is North Carolina.
Congratulations, North Carolina! Take your first walk as the new Miss USA!
Cheslie Kryst's victory in 2019 was notable not just for her beauty and poise, but for her impressive professional accomplishments. As a complex litigation attorney, Kryst had already made a name for herself in the legal world before stepping onto the Miss USA stage. She had worked pro bono to help free a man who was sentenced to life in prison for a drug offense, showcasing her commitment to social justice. Kryst's reign was marked by her advocacy for criminal justice reform and her efforts to promote diversity and inclusion in the pageant world. She was part of a historic moment in pageantry when, for the first time, the titles of Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss America were all held by Black women simultaneously. Tragically, Kryst's life was cut short in January 2022 when she died by suicide at the age of 30. Her death sent shockwaves through the pageant community and beyond, sparking important conversations about mental health and the pressures faced by high-achieving individuals. Kryst's legacy continues to inspire discussions about mental health awareness and the importance of supporting those who may be struggling behind a seemingly perfect facade. 1. Olivia Culpo, 2012. Olivia Culpo's victory in 2012 marked the beginning of a remarkable journey that would take her from Miss Rhode Island to Miss USA and ultimately to Miss Universe. At just 20 years old, Culpo became the first Rhode Islander to win Miss USA and went on to become the first American Miss Universe in 15 years. What set Culpo apart was not just her striking beauty, but her diverse talents and interests. A trained cellist who had performed at Carnegie Hall, Culpo brought a touch of classical elegance to the competition. Her victory at Miss Universe was particularly noteworthy, as she impressed judges with her poise and intelligent responses, including her thoughts on transgender beauty queens competing in mainstream pageants. Culpo's stunning looks, combined with her intelligence and poise, have made her one of the most memorable Miss USA winners in recent history. Her classic beauty, with dark hair, striking eyes, and flawless complexion, epitomizes the modern American beauty queen. Her success in the pageant world was just the beginning of a career that has seen her become a prominent figure in fashion, social media, and entertainment. Following her reign, Culpo successfully transitioned into a career as a social media influencer, model, and actress. She has amassed millions of followers on Instagram, appeared in major fashion campaigns, and even ventured into acting with roles in films like I Feel Pretty and Reprisal. Culpo's post-pageant success has made her one of the most recognizable Miss USA winners in recent years, and she continues to be a prominent figure in fashion and entertainment circles. Now let's hear from you. Who do you think is the most stunning Miss USA winner of all time? Are there any winners we missed that you think deserve recognition? Share your thoughts and favorite Miss USA moments in the comments section below.